welcome to the club. So in today's video, we are going to dissect deep into the $327 billion bet that Cathie and ARK Invest is putting on autonomous ride-hailing network. Their bull price target on Tesla depends on $327 billion coming from ride-hailing network, the service that doesn't exist today and we don't know nothing about. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you what I have and kind of come to a point where I think you and we both will agree that Tesla can not only achieve $327 billion in revenue, but surpass it. But the timeline is the question. So without any delay, let's get deep into the research and see what we find. So we know that ARK Invest is really bullish on the autonomous ride-hailing network, and they think around $327 billion is going to come from it. And they're saying it's going to come by 2025. Now, I'm not projecting any dates here. What I'm showing you is if they can do it or not, and if they can do it, how big it can get. All right. So we know that for bull price target that ARK Invest has, the Tesla has to nail down on autonomous ride-hailing network. That's one of the biggest point. All right. The next thing is I want to compare between the two major companies that we have today, which is Uber and Lyft, and show you guys what they are doing combined in terms of mileage. And from there, let's look at what Tesla's model is, what World is doing, and then what Tesla can achieve. All right, quickly. Uber has about 5 million drivers, and Lyft has said that they have about 1.5 to 2 million active drivers. An average Uber driver does about 50,000 miles per year. Okay, let's take just Uber for example. Let's take that 5 million driver, because not all Uber drivers are full-time, not all Lyft drivers are full-time. So if you're taking average, let's say there are 5 million drivers, they all are full-time, they're doing 50,000 miles per year. In that calculation, we have about 250 billion miles done between Uber and Lyft for ride sharing. Agree? There is no questions here. All right. So now Tesla's auto ride-hail projection is that they are going to bring the cost down per mile. Right now, the cost of ride-hail is about 70 cents a mile. They're saying that they're going to bring it down to about 22 cents a mile, or even lower, even lower than 20 cents. But let's say that they're going to do at 22 cents a mile. Now, Tesla has previously said that they will take about 25% from that cost per mile charge. So it's comes to about 5.5 cents. So, but for keeping it simple, let's say Tesla will take about 5 cents per mile as their platform cost. Okay, good. Moving on. So that'll be 250 billion miles. Let's say that Uber and Lyft, they all come to Tesla. Now, this is all hypothetically speaking, so it's not going to happen, but I'm just giving you some numbers because what I'm going to show you next is going to blow your mind. Okay, so let's say that we have about 250 billion miles, 5 cents, that about 12.5 billion in revenue. That's coming just from Uber and Lyft network to Tesla. All right, so 12.5 billion to 327 billion, it's a huge difference. All right, so where is ARK getting these numbers? Here's how it's all happening. Okay, there are about 1.4 billion passenger cars in the world right now active, and there is about 10 trillion miles that are driven for the ride sharing. So combine all the taxis, combine all the Ubers, combine all the private car services, everybody combined doing about 10 trillion miles in the world. All right, now let's say, what is the cost per mile? So right now the cost is about 70 cents per mile that is being spent on these cars. Could be a little up and down geographically, but on an average, 70 cents. All right. So right now, the total estimate revenue coming from ride-sharing network for the whole entire world is about $7 trillion. All right, $7 trillion in revenue coming from the entire world. Now let's look at Tesla's example. All right, okay. Here comes the fun part. So Tesla's plan is, let's say they take about 25% of total miles, 2.5 trillion miles driven by Tesla cars. I strongly believe this is a possibility, easy possibility, and I'll tell you why. Tesla's platform cost is 5 cents, okay? They're charging just 5 cents per mile, all right? Now, if you calculate 0.05 times 2.5 trillion, that's $125 billion. From 12.5 to 125 when we are converting between world total miles driven versus Uber and Lyft. Okay, now let's see that if we do a 20 times multiple on the market cap, that's about $2.5 trillion of market cap for Tesla only from the ride-sharing network. We are not calculating anything else. We are only talking about ride-sharing here. That's $2.5 trillion. Okay, so what's going to happen when Tesla launches the ride-hailing network? Okay, the total number of miles traveled will double or triple. I strongly believe that. Right now I'm recording this video. I have a Tesla which is parked outside. What is it doing? Nothing. It's just sitting there. Now, if I have an option of turning on my app, turn on ride sharing, and all of a sudden my neighbor or somewhere, close by, somebody wants to go somewhere, all of a sudden my car goes out on the driveway, goes to their home, picks them up, drops them off, bring it back. Absolutely, I would do it. Everybody, I think most of them, 70% of the people or 60% of the people owning Tesla would do it. And I feel that the number of miles driven is going to increase drastically. People will own less cars because they have more cars available for them to do their day-to-day chores, and they don't have to really wait for a driver, or they don't have to interact with the driver. It's personal, it's private, it's like their car with nobody there. Okay, so if they double the number of miles driven, then all of a sudden now their market cap goes to 5 trillion. If they triple, now all of a sudden their market cap goes to 10 trillion. All right? It's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen in 2025. No. None of these that I'm talking about here, I'm putting a date on it. I'm saying this is going to happen eventually when they nail down everything. All right. Now let's say the cost per mile will come down. I'm not talking about Tesla's platform cost. I'm talking about the user's platform cost. And Tesla has a chance that they can increase their percentage. So we know that over time, as things get more and more robust, the costs come down, the profit goes up. There's a chance for that, right? Now, the market cap that I'm showing you above is only counting ride sharing. Let's add the solar revenue and automotive sale into the mix. So plus EV sales, plus solar, let's say they only did 2.5 trillion in ride sharing. Add the EV sales, add the solar. Don't you think that Tesla could be the first $10 trillion company? I think so. That's where it gets really interesting. We are looking at the beginning of a big revolution, and nobody knows when it's going to happen. It can start in 2 months, it can start in 2 years, or it can start in 5 years. We don't know that. But what we know is once Elon Musk and the Tesla team proves that they have mastered the ride-hailing through their AI, through the Dojo computer, done some research, it's mind-blowing. So I really feel that Tesla can easily achieve the $2.5 trillion valuation, or even $5 trillion valuation, or even $10 trillion valuation if they nail down the autonomous ride-hailing network. I feel that Tesla is going to emerge as a multi-trillion-dollar company as we go forward. I hope you liked today's video and the information I shared with you. If you get anything out of it, please subscribe, share, and like. This is a new channel and I can really use your support. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.